so I wanted to have a little rant today. With this rant, to all my friends out there, anyone who may feel that there's a little bit of an attack on you, please don't take that personally, okay? I've told myself and spoken to myself in these ways so many times, so I just want you to know it is time to face up to a lie we keep telling ourselves. So number one, a lot of us, and you're not the only one, most of us use the excuse of, I'm the one holding myself back. Okay, well, you know that. So, and then number two, what comes in, it's like, they use fear as the excuse as well. And fear is, I think it's the wrong way to describe why you're not moving forward in your life. Fear is not something that holds you back. So to keep telling yourself, to keep feeding yourself something that's absolutely counterintuitive to your growth and moving and pushing forth is pointless. So the word just needs to be completely out. Not just the word, the entire two sentences needs to leave your vocabulary. It should no longer be said anymore. Do you ever wonder why when you say, oh, I'm the one holding myself back, and then you say, oh, well, fear is my biggest point of why I don't move forward, but you don't actually know why. And that's because it's not actually a legitimate reason, and it's not what's actually going on here. What you need to start acknowledging is the fact that it's the unknown. And we don't know the unknown, so therefore there's this lack of control that you have for not knowing the unknown. Now, there are so many tools out there, right? And especially if someone's gifting or giving you the tools to move forward, that is already something that's giving you the tools to walk into your unknown. And another way we need to change our perspective is by moving into the unknown, knowing that the only way we're going to progress in our lives is by doing. There is no formula. Every single person in this world has a different mind, a different spirit, a different journey. There is not one path. So to listen how someone else is telling you how to take your path is just not going to work. For example, I think I touched on this, is me trying so hard to do what other people are doing when it does not fit my spirit, like teaching yoga classes online, or building a course online, or trying to sell things online that doesn't actually resonate to my soul. And I don't know either. I have no idea. The only advice I can give all of you is to stop looking at what everyone else is doing. And what that means is, if they're doing it that way, that doesn't necessarily mean it works for you. You got to understand what kind of personality you are. You got to understand what you love to do. Otherwise, you'll be like me, so long just sitting back, not progressing as much as you'd like to, because you're holding on to this idea that you have to do it this way. So I have now found that my way of doing things is, I like to be active. I like to be crazy and go for shit, okay? So I'm riding my bike. And as I'm riding my bike, and this whole idea stemmed riding my bike across Australia, all right? And so because of this motivation, because it's true to my heart, instead of building a whole online, subscription website, I have now, just from my heart, not knowing what's going to happen, I just started the fundraiser. I started a fundraiser because it makes sense to me, and I'm still working for this, right? I'm proving to you guys that my hard work is, I'm going to pedal my butt off to, raise funds for my business. So I guess it's, you just got to do, guys. You hold on to this idea of, oh, I don't know what I want to do. Of course you don't know what you want to do if you're not doing anything. You can dream up as much as you want, but without action, without doing, how can you fucking know what you're gonna do? I have done everything, you guys, and I have had 3 different kinds of career changes, all right? I have done everything. And I was such a failed entrepreneur in so many ways because I self-sabotage half the time. But, looking back at it now, those weren't the right paths for me to keep carrying on. It helped me get to where I'm at today. But I have tried and I've tried and I'm sick of hearing the word fail. It's not fail. You try 10,000 ways that aren't working for you. For you to figure out who you are in this world. How do you handle when there's stress? How do you handle when there's heartbreak? How do you handle, if there's a storm or getting lost in another country? How do you understand who you are when it comes to, getting lost and figuring it out? If you don't go anywhere, if you don't do anything, how the hell are you supposed to know what you are going to do in this life? If you don't experience anything, how are you supposed to give anyone else advice? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to just do. So the only formula I absolutely believe to be true in this world is do. That's it. You just go for it, even if you have no idea what it is. But sitting stagnant, wishing that you can do something is not going to get you anywhere. All right? And you know what? There is no end goal for me. Sure, I'd like there to be world peace and love and all this stuff, but for me, it is the process. Like, I love waking up and doing this. Like, when I record things for you, when I do things, it is not because I'm focusing on, I have to build a business, I have to do this, I have to do that. That's a superficial approach. I am doing this because I give a shit about all of you. I want to see you succeed in your life. I want you to stop saying you're holding yourself back. That is a given. We already know that. No one else is chaining you down, so stop saying it. And fear is just an emotion. It does not stop you from anything. All right? So get that out of your vocabulary and just do. That is the only thing. Stop trying to make sense of life if you are not living your life. And you know what, too, guys? My question to you is why it's so awesome to try and be this influencer or build an online business. You are still becoming a slave to a system that is working your ass off all the time. Do you understand how hard it is to make money online? Do you understand how hard it is to do yoga retreats and all these different things? Like, why are we striving to work our ass off and make all this money instead of finding more time? Time freedom. You hear these people who are selling you courses talking about time freedom, and they don't have time freedom. Like, sure, they're not working inside a restaurant or at a computer or desk, but they're still on the computer 24/7, and they're still working their ass off. You'll see influencers that say, I need to take a break from social media. Like, they are still doing the same thing. So instead of striving so hard to be successful and gain all these followers and make all this money, why don't you really find a way to find more time to do the things you love? I have no money. I am a broke bitch, but I am living my life the way that I want to. I am so happy. I have nothing. I am living in a tent. I have nothing. I moved out of my house that was overlooking the ocean. I was only there for 3 weeks, but I moved out because I found that I was getting lazy. Okay? So, like, tell me, look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, why do I want what they have? Why can't I find what I truly want? And that is to love myself, to find what I want time for, which is maybe go for a walk every day or want to ride every day or, be able to travel and sit with the local community and get to know them. Maybe it's to quit drinking. Maybe it is, pick up a new hobby. I don't know. But why do you keep striving to give away your life's time to another job just because it looks cooler? I promise you, those people online, it's hard work. Like, they're exhausted. I was exhausted. I know plenty of people who are influencers and sell products and have an online business. Sure, they can go wherever they want in the world, but they are still attached behind the keys of a message board. So again, ask yourself why you want that and find the true reason of what you're looking for, even if you don't know what that is. Anyways, I rant. It may not make sense to you. I don't really give a shit. I don't want to do a million different bloopers because this is actually coming from my heart right here, right now. I want to give you real. I'm not selling you a product. I am only here to solely give you what has changed my life. And that is these steps. I do. So I love you guys, and I hope that you continue to check in with me and see that I've been exactly where you have been. And I promise you, if you just follow this formula, the one thing, and that is just go forth in action, because that's the only way you're gonna know if something works or not. And if it doesn't, you get up off your ass and you try a different way, all right? And you will watch whatever you dreamed up to turn into something and blossom into something you didn't even know was there or existed. I had no idea I was jumping on this bike ride at all, you know? So that's the wonder of life, you know? You go in the flow with it. So yeah, I love you guys. Peace out.